What is going on, YouTube? Loose Designs here, and today I have a video that's going to help you guys understand Nitro Blast, and I'll show you a nice way to make it look clean. So first, to begin, I'd like to give a big shout out to Symmetry HD. He's done a lot for me. He's given me a lot of good tips. He's kind of just started me off really well. Also, I'd like to give a shout out to Aware Classic. He's been there for me, since day one. It's nice to have someone like him around. All right, so to get started, you're gonna want to just open a Lightroom. You don't really need one. I just always choose to use one. Let me go find it real fast. There we go. All right, I'll delete this and just pull out a .ai file I have somewhere. Let's use which ones do I have? I'll just use the crit text logo. This is a speed art I used this for not too long ago. Just fix the mic. Okay. So what you're gonna just AI files, you guys should know how to do that by now. Just drag in the extrude NURBS. I remember. Oh yeah, just drag in extrude NURBS. I think that's enough. Yep. Then just drag it under, make it a child. Okay, now delete that. Now you're going to want to go into each of these. If you're doing a like a .ai file like this, you're going to want to go into each extrude NURB and make this about 100, and then go to caps, turn each of them onto fillet cap, change the radius to about 2, and both radiuses to about 2. Then just do that for each one. Sorry, this might take a little while. If you're doing a text, it's the same thing, except you have less, steps to take because it's just one text layer. 2. Oops, did I? I did not. Make that 2. Oh, fillet cap. Make that 2. And last one, fillet cap, 2, 2, and then make that 100. Okay, so now what you do, if you have a .ai file, click the bottommost extrude NURB, and then hold shift and click the topmost, and it'll highlight everything in between, and click Alt G just to group it together to make it easier to work with so you don't get all confused. If you're using a text, you don't have to do this whole grouping thing because it'll already, be all in one. So you're going to want to copy and paste this. Just do Control-C, Control-V, and you should get two nulls if you're using .ai files. And if it's just a normal text, you'll have 2 normal text files. So go. This comes up every time. I don't know how to change this. All right. Back where it says movement, you're going to want to put this back to about 60 on each one, and then go to cap and make the radius 5, and this is on the new grouping. Just do that for each one. Fill the cap 5. Object 60. Object 60. Fill the cap 5. Object 60 and fillet cap 5 and 5. Alright, now what this does is it kind of gives it, actually you have to drag them back first, so do the same thing, click the bottommost layer, click shift, and then change your angle. I don't want to use this one because when I click it, my Cinema 4D seems to close, so I'll just use the rotate and then scoot it up a little bit. Just drag this one back a little bit. You don't keep it too far off the front text though, because it looks really weird if it's way back here. Just keep it right about there, then move it back up and rotate and move up. Okay, there. So now see how you have the main text layer and then a nice little second layer behind it. So what you're gonna want to do now, I have a material pack already loaded. It's called it's like rated material pack or something. I don't really have the download to it anymore. So if you guys want to find it, just YouTube it. He's got a ton of great material packs. Give me a second to find it. There it is. You don't necessarily need this pack. I like to use it though because he already has a Tron Glow material made, and it looks a whole lot better when you Nitro Blast it. So just drag whatever color you want to use onto the second one you made, which is the inside layer, so it looks like that. Now for the front one, the one that pops out, I'm going to use something like a grunge. I already have one of those too. You don't have to use a grunge, you can use just like a rocky thing. You don't have to do this at all, you can just use a normal gray one. But I like to use the grunge because it gives it a nice look. And make sure if it's something like a grunge or a rock or a water effect, something that's actually visible and not just a color, make sure you put the projection on cubic so you actually see what you're trying to see on the material. Alright, now the Nitro Blast. You want to click the front layer, not the one inside, but the one that pops out, and go to Nitro Blast. If you want to find out how to install Nitro Blast and everything, there's a ton of tutorials on YouTube on how to do it, and most of them are pretty accurate. I can if you guys want to, but I don't really have the time to. Alright, so once you open Nitro Blast, I like to keep the quality on extreme, and I put the pieces to 50. So click fracture. Nope, sorry. Before you fracture it, you have to open up your null group or your text and just click every text just in that one group and then fracture. This will take, like, for me, since I have, you know, kind of slow computer, it'll take like a little bit less than a minute. There we go. There we go. Okay. Now what you want to do next is just click every color here. Oh shoot. Okay, and delete it. Personally, drag the color you used for the background first onto each extrude NURBS Nitro Blasted thing right there, how it says Nitro Blast extrude NURBS. And then you want to drag the second color that you had originally, like the grunge. So you're going to drag that onto each one. Now I'm just going to move the tags. Oh, Control Z. Okay. Now just pick, oh yeah, I forgot. Go back to the material and make sure it's cubic. There we go. So now what you do is you just click random, that's what I do. I click random pieces that I want to pull out. What I do normally is I try to color one piece per letter or per area and pull it out a little bit. So I'll do that like right here. Click it, pull it out a little bit. And maybe like right here. This is just personal preference, by the way. Just do whatever you think looks good. And then one right there, because I don't want to overcrowd it with color. Okay, now just go piece by piece. Normally what I do is I just drag them inwards and outwards just to make it, you know, kind of a cool effect. Just do that. Maybe do this one. Actually put that one inwards. And then do this piece. Okay, that should look pretty good when you render it. I mean, like I said, this is all personal preference, so whatever you think looks better would look better for you, so do it. Now, just render this out. Yeah. This might take a little while because, as I said, I have a really slow computer. So I'm just going to speed this part up. there you go. So as you can see, it looks pretty good. You had the color popping out, and then you have some kind of rocky effects, like it looks like it's coming out and then going back in, like right there. So I'll save it because new crit, save. Now let's head on over to Photoshop. Alright, now go ahead and open the file up that you just saved from Cinema 4D. Alright, now there's a few things you can do here. What I like to do, since I don't have CS6, I don't have oil paint or liquefy or liquidate, whatever it's called. So I don't have any of those fancy effects. I just have the regular, kind of filters. Just wait for this to load. Really, there's a bunch of things you can do. You can add textures over it and just blend them in. You can darken it by curves and stuff. I'm just going to filter it just to show you guys what it looks like. Filter gallery. I like to use accented edges because it kind of gives it a marbly look. I think it looks pretty smooth. Just click OK. Then go to filter gallery, and I like to use crosshatch because it looks sharp. Nice. Actually, I have a good texture in mind. I'm just gonna open up a little texture I had. I got it from, I think it was, let me see. Yeah, Blue Aura. There we go. Just move that on there. Oh, sorry. Move it into it. Put it over it. Overlay it. Create a clipping mask, and you can just mess with the opacity. Sorry for my cracky voice, I lost my voice the other day. Just mess with it till it looks good. I think 100 kind of looks too sharp, so I'll just move it down a little bit, something like this. And yeah, that looks pretty cool. So that's about it for this tutorial. Thank you guys for watching, and please comment, like, subscribe. If you guys would like me to do more tutorials, just leave a comment asking for me to make a tutorial on something, because I've got a little bit of time on my hands this week. Also, please go follow me on Twitter. I just made a Lewis Designs Twitter, I think, last night, and so I'd like to share it with other people. And also, as I mentioned in the beginning of the video, please go subscribe to Symmetry HD and Aware Classic. They've just been a bunch of help to me. Yeah, thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed.